Day one complete, more like a half a day. We got our permits and everything in area 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. We have, I think, 7 days allocated for and 8 days of food. Just about 3.5 hours of hiking today. He's still alive.
And we've saw 2 grizzly bears and these little rodents. They're very friendly but not trying to mooch from us.
Yeah, there's been 2 grizzly bears kind of following us a little bit up the valley, maybe a mile back or so. So we've been keeping an eye on them. They disappeared as soon as I started cooking macaroni and cheese. So we'll see.
Yeah, they're pizza types.
Hopefully they don't mess with us. David says they're pizza types. Couldn't ask for a better campsite. We're up at the top of Sable Mountain right now, which is actually the boundary of a closed area because of lots of bear sightings. We've had 2 grizzly bear teenagers following us for the last day or so, which is a little exciting. And absolutely amazing day. Mount McKinley. And we're headed in that direction in a little while.
Hydrophobia.
You're afraid of water? Hello, and welcome to day 2 of Blake and David's extraordinary adventure. We have set up camp in the sweet little river valley here today, or tonight, I guess, this evening. It's actually 8:30. And we just finished a lovely dinner of beef stroganoff and our final box of macaroni and cheese. Luckily it was Annie's, so that's what's up for all you macaroni and cheese connoisseurs out there. We hiked for a little over 8 hours today. We summited Sable Mountain, which was absolutely spectacular. Got breathtaking views of McKinley and the whole glacial valley there. And then we've been bushwhacking through this shit for the last 5 hours, which has kind of sucked. We saw 2 grizzly bears this morning, the same teenagers that were kind of following us a little bit yesterday, which was exciting. I was like, oh shit, they're closer today, but so far no issues. And a caribou. And then lots of those little ground squirrel muskrat things. David's probably just dancing naked in the river somewhere. I think he's doing dishes. I make him do dishes because he can't cook. I think that's it. We're signing off for day 2. Having a blast. So we're just finishing up day 3. We just made camp and it's quite beautiful out. We had another 8.5 hour day and a wonderful one it was. We did a pretty serious river crossing, which was pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. We had to go out of our way, what, 1.5 miles?
Yeah, so he's still alive, so
yeah,
you're welcome, John.
And we wonder how many more that we could do of this.
Signing off. A little bit of rain and hail. It's been going like this for 5 hours now?
Yeah.
6 hours?
Yeah.
We're just finishing up day 4 of Alaska Wilderness, and today was super shitty compared to the other few days. Did just over 8 hours of hiking again today, 8.5 or so. The first 3 hours were amazing and super fast. We were moving, cruised through this beautiful pass. Probably doing 2 miles an hour, which is really fast compared to what we've been doing. And then
all hell broke
loose, and David was like, hey, let's go up on top of that hill, which was always a horrible idea. He's so bad about navigating anything.
I agree.
It's always wherever he wants to go is a highland swamp. And then we dropped down into the river, which was totally eroded and had mudslides everywhere, and it started raining a lot. And how many river crossings did we have today, David?
About 30.
30? That's it? How many times did we walk in the creek? 1 million?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, we got down and then we crossed the Tolkit River.
Which was serious.
Took us about an hour.
Yeah.
David found the most wide open place in all of Denali wilderness and decided he had to take a shit right there. So that was beautiful.
And that was right where the bear was.
Yeah, and we saw a grizzly bear crossing, which was pretty cool. So check out the photos. And it started getting kind of cold after we crossed the Tolkit, which took about an hour. It takes a long time.
Not only the heavy rain, but hail, size of peas.
Yes, hail and lots of wetness.
And it just kept coming and coming and really hard. You could see the rain.
Especially when David doesn't have a waterproof
hood
or hat or anything. We let this guy come to Alaska. Tomorrow we'll try to give you some pictures of what our campsite looks like, but that's about all we get right now. Because
we're lucky to be alive right now.
We're not lucky. He's a softie. See you tomorrow. We're about to start on day 5. This was our lovely campsite for the evening. It was about the only tent-sized spot that we could find that wasn't in the middle of a riverbed that was potentially going to flood last night after 5 or 6 hours of rain and hail and thunder and lightning storms. Headed up that valley today. It's a little smoky, so hopefully there are no big fires near us. David's doing a little bit better after we had a nice warm night's sleep and dry, thankfully.
Yes, and Blake has been great.
But yeah, his clothing choice maybe wasn't the most optimal.
Yeah, my clothing stuff is below grade.
His waterproof jacket was not waterproof. Until later. So we're just setting up camp for day 5. Today was pretty cool. We saw a bunch of caribou, some ptarmigans, some little buggers. There's one over there. You probably can't see it though. We had some interesting issues in that we started running all the streams that we were passing had not potable water, either with like mineral deposits or something, or just really, really muddy and murky and stuff. So anyway, it's like a half dozen streams or so until we finally found one where we had clean enough water so that we could cook tonight. So we'll see what food brings us today, but for now, it does good. A whole lot better than this. So, did we see a bear today? No, that was yesterday. Crossing the river, forgot about that. And David is tying ropes to trees because David. One or two more days, we'll see. Bye-bye. One more thing I forgot, it did not rain at all today, which was quite excellent. And so we've been able to dry our clothing out and everything. And this morning though, because it was still all wet and shitty out, all the mosquitoes were everywhere, and one of them bit me in my testicle while I was peeing. So I have itchy balls, and not from poison oak. I was not happy about that one. Okay, I just had to report that awesome fact. See you guys. We'll see how tonight goes. David chose the camping site, and it's on some pretty lumpy ground and sloping like crazy, but it's got a beautiful view. And David, we'll both be huddled up in balls at the end of the sleeping, or at the end of the tent by the end of the night. And my air mattress leaks, which sucks. He's almost stopped snoring, which is awesome. Trooping. And I had mac and cheese again for dinner, so I'm pretty stoked. That's 3 nights now. You going?
Okay.
You have a fuzzy on your face right here. Yeah, you got it. No, you just moved it. Now you get no. You got it. Okay, we're good.
Okay, I think it's day 5. We're just finishing up. We're on a knoll in the middle of a large valley. It's absolutely beautiful. Yesterday was really tough. Rain, hail, miserable, bushwhacking. Today wasn't too bad. Followed a great caribou trail. Beautiful view. Saw 2 caribou today.
4 caribou.
4 caribou. And it's been a great trip. And Blake's been great to be with.
How's the food?
Oh, I'm going to become a salesperson for this freeze-dried food. It's so good. And Cliff Bars are wonderful.
How many steps did your phone say that we walked today?
What was it, 24,000?
I think it was 22,000.
22,000.
Yeah.
I think it was off part at the time because we walked
Today
more
was
than 4 hours.
Today was the shortest day that we've done so far.
Yeah. And this is one of the prettiest spots that we've stayed. In fact, the prettiest spot we've stayed.
Day 6 is finally in the books. Today was definitely David and my worst day out on the trail. We're just both like
Really hard.
empty and tired, but it was still quite beautiful. We did have a lot of like slogging to get down to this river, which kind of sucked. But yeah, we were just both kind of like blah and empty. But we did do a pretty sweet almost summit up to the top of that mountain back there. Had some pretty rad views up there. And today was about 7.5 hours, a little bit shorter than other days, but still plenty long. We had turkey tetrazzini for dinner.
We tried fishing, no luck.
Oh yeah, we tried.
Saw a caribou with no antlers.
It had antlers, they were little.
Oh.
Yeah, we did a little fishing in a lake that we found. No luck at all, no fish, but yeah. Tomorrow we probably have 5 or 6 miles out to the road, and then headed home. The bad part is in this sort of country, 5 or 6 hours, or 5 or 6 miles translates to 5 or 6 hours, so we'll see how it goes.
I'll be surprised if it's just 5 miles.
David still doesn't trust my navigating skills after I've gotten him this far perfectly and can find any game trail anywhere. Oh, and we saw a bunch of giant antlers today. Check out the photos. I'm gonna hang up before David starts talking some more. Well, I just rounded that little corner about 40 feet in front of the grizzly bear, and he was standing right there, and so luckily he didn't see us super quick, but we backed up and took off downstream and then crossed over to this ridge. Very beautiful animal. Another teenager. We've seen lots of teenagers. I'm gonna switch and shoot some photos. This is day 7, our last night before we catch the bus and then hopefully the train or the bus up to Fairbanks and then our flight home. We had an easy day today, so I decided to do a little summit of some mountain that was near our campsite, and the view from it is absolutely spectacular. I've seen a grizzly bear while summiting, which was our second grizzly day, and I think the 6th trip, which is pretty wild considering there are only 300 in the whole park, so got pretty lucky. This valley is spectacular. Get some glaciers in the back. I'm a little bummed it's cloudy. We can see McKinley perfectly through that valley right now, but you can only ask for so much, right? Good evening from Denali National Park. This is finishing up day 7. David's hiding in the tent because it's really cold outside. Actually, it's not really cold outside. He's just kind of a wuss. We had a great, easy 4 or 5 hour day today. And then we decided to stop about a half mile from the road so we don't have to rush getting a train and possibly missing it and having to camp in the park again. So we decided to just set up camp here. Can't complain at all. It's been a absolutely phenomenal trip. David's been great. My only complaint is that he takes like literally 20 minutes if he has to change shoes from Keen's to shoes, or if you ask him to get ready and pack, it takes him like an hour and a half. And that's with me cooking breakfast and packing the tent and all that shit and pumping all the water. I don't know what he does. He's not packing anything. But yeah, it's been great. We've seen 2 grizzly bears today, a bunch of caribou. It's been an absolutely wildlife packed day. Check out the other videos for that. And yeah, gonna miss it. I'll be back, definitely. It's a very, very, very cool place and so gigantic. See you guys. So we have finally made it to our destination. This is day 8 of more backpacking.
Yes.
This morning we had maybe like an hour, hour and a half to the road, but we thought we'd get picked up by a bus. There was no bus for like 2 hours, so we just kept walking. Saw a couple grizzly bears, which was pretty cool, and a bunch of caribou.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
Then hopped on the train.
Train was fine.
Train was fine, and then took the train here, and then when we got to the train station, we were like, why not walk to our hotel, which was another 4 miles away. So
At least.
here we are.
And it's great. We're here.
Yeah, so
Little rain kept us cool.
I think that's about it.
Yep. See ya.